I've always had a very strong interest in visual arts. And so part of my mission as an artist is really reimagining public space for the benefit of the citizens, and that claiming the public space as something that is personal to us.
I've been meditating about my migration and how can I make the best possible representation of it through work that really connects with people that go through the same issues.
I'm constantly thinking about time and the different layers of time. I think a lot about the transformation of matter. I think a lot about words and about how ideas are carried through over time.
When I want to inhabit a space, I have to consider the type of space, where is this place, the community that inhabit the space, and how can I maximize the experience that this place is meant to provide versus the experience that I'm creating through my work and the intervention that I'm making.
I learned early on that a commitment to be an artist was also about being a citizen. It was also about how you give back to your community and you help contribute and build your community. If people want to come and paint, I let people come and paint because it's investment, you know. This isn't a precious little thing, this mural, you know. This is meant for you, for the public.
I want to make work that is a part of an important conversation and a larger exchange.
The artist's role in society is to pay attention, to give form, and, without defining what the truth is, telling the truth.
When you finally are able to focus and see that I really don't have to conform to any other way but the way that I see it, is really connecting to a breathing life.
Time passes without notice when I'm working, and I need that. It's like walking or breathing. They're connected to me. They're deeply connected.
So when I look at community and I look at public space, to me it's kind of like our theater. This is the theater of our lives, you know? If you're growing up in environments where there's a lot of light, be it through color, design, visuals, where most of your visual messaging is through advertising, it's not what we as citizens should accept.
My work is, I think, in an interesting place from when I first started making art, coming to a realization that having that non-judgmental person who's listening is critical. And so as an instructor, as an educator, that's really one of my main roles or most important roles.
Being an educator, I had some doubt around reaching the audience I wanted to reach in the classrooms I was teaching. I basically had to go back to graffiti spaces, but bringing that education framework with me. It really just started to feel like I was finally doing what I had been trying to do all along.
When I first started formally teaching when I was 22 years old, I was so bent on having a list of exactly what I'm gonna say. Of course, all that gets thrown out the window because somebody asks a question and it completely throws you off. And so I've learned to be very easygoing.
If I do too much teaching or focus too much on education, I lose inspiration as a maker. So I always have to take a moment and remember to make something, which is why I'm still doing stuff that somebody my age probably would really shy away from, but that are very true to the nature of the practice. But it's also a way that I can answer questions. When I ask someone younger or less experienced to do something, they're gonna ask me challenging questions about the process. And if I don't have those answers, then, why am I teaching? So I have to prove it to myself, and I can't explain the process until I tinker with it and figure it out myself first.
When you come up with some idea that was sparked from somebody's question, then the next person sort of gets into the conversation, and then you step back as an instructor and just see this thing unfold before you, like this amazing conversation. Those are the best moments, when the students are all of a sudden fully engaged. I think that is really the crux of teaching, is to just make space for that to happen, and then the beauty sort of emerges.
Whenever we use the word next, it might also mean reconfiguring how we think of how we've been making things before.
For me, next level is about continuing to build more autonomy in my practice. I want to take more control on my projects.
Now I have the financial support to aspire to make bigger dreams and goals.
There have been things sort of on the back burner that I've been afraid to do. Being able to play and fail, it's something that I'm really looking forward to.
It's given me this acknowledgement and this sense of faith, really, from my community that says, you continue to be who you are and do what you need to do. And that's really all we need.
I think of that word agape, which is not romantic love. It's this love for the individual with whom we're encountering. I mean, it is a practice of love, I think. I mean, we cannot explain why we love something, but we know we do.